motion to still allow one more member from either side who've expressed interest and are still in the House to speak to this motion, so that we call upon the mover to reply. And in this instance, let me call upon Senator Joe Nyutu from Muranga, and thereafter Senator Sifuna Edwin to speak to it in the particular order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am appreciative that you have given me this opportunity to also support this motion. Mr. Speaker, Turkana County is a county that is not very known to most of us. And I think it would be quite an experience for senators to visit that county, for senators to interact with the members of the community of that particular county, Mr. Speaker. Like most of those that have spoken before me, I have said, Mr. Speaker, this is a county of many resources. A county that has oil. A county that has volumes and volumes of water according to reports that have been widely publicized, Mr. Speaker. It is also a county where we as Senate would want to go visit and see what has been able to be achieved, especially through the equalization fund that this particular county, alongside others, has enjoyed for over 10 years now, Mr. Speaker. Because, Mr. Speaker, we must see what governors do with the cash that we give them through the division of revenue bill, Mr. Speaker, so that we can be able to know why is it, for example, that Turkana and other counties that normally suffer from effects of drought, Mr. Speaker, why we still do not have ways and mechanisms, for example, of harvesting water 10 years down the line, actually 11 years now, Mr. Speaker. It would also be very important that we make the members of this particular community feel that Kenya in general feels and recognizes them. Because it is said, we hear stories that people of Turkana will always ask you once you land there how Kenya is. Because they believe that Turkana is not in Kenya. It is a high time, Mr. Speaker, that we acted to show these particular brothers and sisters of ours that they indeed belong to us and we belong to them, that they are Kenyans. And what would be better than the Senate holding its sittings there, interacting with these people, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I think this is a well-thought motion, which anybody that cares about nationhood, anybody that minds about statesmanship should encourage, Mr. Speaker. And because time is much gone and the mover still has to do his business, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that I support this particular motion with all my strength, so that, Mr. Speaker, we may be able to get the feel of things in some of these so-called marginalized counties, Mr. Speaker. And so with that, I beg to support. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Sifuna Edwin Watenya.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for allowing me time to also contribute to this motion. Mr. Speaker, I am a member of the SBC and a champion of this idea that we need to return this house to the grassroots so that we can maintain that contact with the people. Mr. Speaker, as a